over.
Okay, so this is a Churchill Mk VII. The Churchill in the early marks starts in 1940 with a 2-pounder gun. This is actually a Mk VII, a substantial redesign of the vehicle. The easy diagnostic for the Mk VII is the round escape hatches in the side. Although pretty much the whole of the tank is redesigned, the most important feature, if we walk round to here, you can see how thick the armour is. People get very excited about the armour of a Tiger. That's actually 150mm frontal armour, significantly thicker than the Tiger. The Mk VII, all Mk VIIs are actually fitted for use as crocodiles, as flame tanks. This one is actually set up for that, so we'll have a look at the special features. The most obvious feature of the crocodile is the pressurised trailer it tows. We'll insert a photo of that for you to look at. On the front, then here, rather than the BC, you've replaced that with a flame projector. You've also got the side plates to protect the suspension from flame splash. The main virtue of the crocodile is it will burn out bunkers very effectively. It'll deal quite well with soft targets. It is very short ranged, but mostly it's a psychological weapon. You do hear various stories about the Churchill crocodile crews being shot out of hand. Actually, I've done the research on that. That's based on one incident. They are quite complicated to use. The trailer uses pressurised nitrogen. You've got to pressure it up before you go into action. Once you've done that, you've got about 90 minutes before the system actually starts to lose pressure and range drops off. As well as the flame gun, you've got standard main armament. That's either a 6-pounder or a 75mm. Reason I say either, they're actually the same size. You can swap them in the same mounting, because the British 75mm is actually the 6-pounder bored out to take US 75mm ammunition. 6-pounder is higher velocity, better against tanks, particularly once you get the APDS rounds at the very end of the war. 75mm, lower velocity, but larger explosive charge, more useful against soft targets like buildings or against anti-tank guns. As a coaxial, you've got the 792 Bisa. It's a slightly weird choice. We go to the air-cooled Bisa to replace the water-cooled Vickers as our coaxial machine gun, essentially because we can't actually get enough Brownings, but it's actually chambered, designed by the Czechs. It's chambered for the 792x57 Mauser cartridge used by the Germans, and it's the only weapon in British service that uses that. So theoretically you'll need two different kinds of machine gun ammunition for this tank, 792 for the Bisa plus 303 for the anti-aircraft burn that you're also carrying. Aside from the Bisa, you'll see the second hole in the matlet, which is your telescopic sight for the main gun. If we look up on the top of the turret, you'll see that that has the all-round vision cupola. One problem we did have with the earlier marks of Churchill is commanders putting their heads out to get a better view, better situational awareness, and getting sniped. So we actually went to a cupola with vision blocks all the way around it as a way of dealing with that. The sort of wire cage thing in front of it is the vane sight unit. You use those for the commander to be able to give a rough bearing, bring the gun roughly online, and then the gunner will actually get the refined version of that. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much.